All right, checking traps here on a beautiful sunny morning, and I've been down the trail on snowmobile and I've been seeing these tracks cross the trail several times, getting closer and closer to my set. And this appears to be a fisher. Yeah, it's definitely a fisher track. It came in crisscross, went around there. My trap is at the base of that pine tree, near the base of that pine tree. He kind of went around, went up on that high spot, went right by the pine tree. This is actually him leaving, unfortunately. So he went up through here and went over to the trap, and it's all tracked up. Looks like he went all the way around the box, went to the back side where the bait is. Of course, that's the issue with these lynx exclusion devices that we're required to use, is the entrance is so far from the bait that the animals have a difficult time, if they're not completely motivated, to actually go into the entrance. So the challenge is you want them to know there's bait there, so you kind of want to let them get to that other end, but you also you also want to somehow direct them, if you can, to go to the entrance. So anyway, I'm not sure what I did right or wrong here, if anything, but it appears that probably this morning or last night, it's a very fresh track. He went around the back, come over here, went across the entrance, and I think it was like, this is too far, a little too far from the bait, so I guess I don't need to go in there. So I'm going to try something a little bit. I get this mustelid gland lure that I've had, I made last year, and I've been using it at some sets. I don't have a lot of it, so I haven't used a whole ton of it, but it includes marten, fisher, and weasel glands from animals that I caught last year. And I'm going to put some of this in that box, and I'm going to see if possibly might make this fisher stick its head in. It doesn't appear to be a really massive fisher. I've caught much bigger ones in the past. I think it just probably happened to be not quite hungry enough to go in. So I got the mustelid gland lure. Usually where I use this, I put it by the bait, but this animal already knows where the bait is. I want that fisher to poke its head in and try to sniff that lure. So I get the lure. I think I'll leave it right there, about 6 or 8 inches inside the entrance of the box. And what I'm hoping is, when that animal goes to put its nose on the lure, it'll already have front shoulders through the entrance, and then, oh, look what's ahead of me, a foot or 12 or 14 inches ahead of me, I see a bait. And that'll be the ticket. Maybe he won't even come back, but I'm gonna pull this trap in 4 days anyway. I'll be out of here, so we will give it 4 days, put a little fresh long distance call lure. I don't really need that right now because the old lure is still, from 2 weeks ago, is still giving off a fair little bit of scent, and this animal knows this is here anyway. I'm sure if it's hungry, it'll be back. So anyway, we'll give it a shot. It's all I can do sometimes. Probably years ago we could just set 120s on the ground and have the animal be able to get right close to the front of the trap with the bait right behind it. Yeah, we'd have had this fisher, but you know what? This is what we do to continue trapping, and we're gonna make the best of it. So moving on, got a few more sets to check.